Hey y'all, welcome to the Dixie kitchen. I'm Barbara, and today I'm going to show you how to make fudge. This fudge is traditionally made in the microwave, but I thought I'd show you how to do it on the stovetop. It's easier, it's faster, quicker. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Get my phone out of the way. Okay, what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've wrapped a 8 by 8 inch pan with some aluminum foil. I have 2.5 cups of chocolate chips. I use Nestle's because your fudge is as good as your chocolate. And we're going to add a little bit of peanut butter in it today. So I got some peanut butter chips, and I have a 1/2 cup in this bowl. We're also going to use a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Make sure you get the sweetened condensed and not the evaporated. It won't turn out with that. Now I have just a teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I have 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And that's why I'm using the salt. Now if you want to use salted butter, you can, but just cut back on the salt a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to heat my pan up, and I'm going to cook this on low because you want this to heat real slow. And I'm going to go ahead and put my butter in the pan and let it start melting. Just want to get that fat going in there first thing. And this fudge is a little different. Well, it's actually a lot different than traditional fudge that's made with cocoa powder. It's not as finicky. It's easy to make, and if you're just starting out making candy, this is a great fudge to start with. So now that that's heated up, I'm not going to let my butter melt all the way. I'm just going to let it melt a little bit. And I popped it right out of the pan there, but that's alright. We're going to just let it melt down just a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and add our 2.5 cups of chocolate chips. Those going in there. And then we're going to go ahead and add our milk. And like I said, this is sweetened condensed milk, and you want to make sure you get that, or your fudge won't turn out too good. It won't be as sweet. It won't have that sweet flavor to it. And this isn't overly sweet like traditional fudge is. And it's a lot easier to make. And you want to make sure that you keep this stirred, because if you don't, then you're going to get hot spots in your fudge, and it's not going to turn out good. You don't want that. So just make sure you keep it stirred up and keep your eye turned on low. And we'll go ahead and we're going to add our peanut butter chips. And again, that was a 1/2 cup, and then our teaspoon of vanilla, and our 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to go ahead and mix that up. And just keep it stirred. You don't have to continuously stir it, but you want to make sure that you keep it stirred. And I've always used a wooden spoon to make any kind of fudge that I make. Whether it's traditional fudge or this, I guess you'd call it a gift shop fudge. It's more the fudge that you would find in the store than traditional fudge. Is a lot sweeter, and it's a lot, like I said, it's a lot more finicky. So we're going to go ahead and just keep stirring this until we get everything melted down. Now, there's a lot of variations that you can do with this too. This makes a good Christmas fudge. You can add a little bit of peppermint extract, some orange extract, lots of different flavors that you can do with chocolate. But if you're gonna use like the peppermint extract, I would just use 3 cups of chocolate chips, and I would leave the peanut butter out because I don't think that tastes too good. But anyways, just keep stirring. And you want it to be like maybe a pudding consistency, and you don't want to overheat this. So that's why I'm cooking it on low. And we're going to keep it on low. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more. We're going to get our butter melted in there. It's not melted all the way yet. So just keep right on stirring it. This way you don't have to pop it in and out of the microwave. But if you did want to make this in the microwave, just make sure you turn your power down to 50% and then heat it at about 20 seconds at a time in a microwave safe bowl. Now see how clean that's coming? I don't know if you can see that, how clean the pot is. So I'm going to keep stirring this a little bit more, and I think that is plenty good. So let's get my dishes out of the way. Now we're just going to spread this into, I'm going to use this kitchen towel right here, it's a little warm. I'm just going to spread this into my dish that I have prepared here. And this is also a good fudge that little kids can help you make, and it's not time consuming. I want to make this with my granddaughters. I have 2 granddaughters, and I think that they would love to make this fudge. So just smear it down there a little bit. And if you want a fudge mine's going to be pretty thick. So, and if you want a fudge that is going to be thinner, just use a 9 by 9 pan. I'm using an 8 by 8. And it'll make it a little thicker. And I'm just going to pretty it up on top here. And now we've got that in our pan. I'm going to show you what that looks like. And it's still warm. So you're going to let this cool for about 2 hours for it to set up. And if you've noticed, I've wrapped my aluminum foil around my pan here. That way when it's good and set, I can just lift it out of the pan and it'll be a lot easier to cut. So once this sets up and we're good to cut it, I'm going to come back and I'm going to share that with you. So this is a quick and easy recipe, and what I'm doing is I'm just shaking it down. I want it to be even so it'll be pretty. And this is also a good fudge that you can give as a gift. Christmas time, you can cut it in little squares and make it pretty. So I'm going to come back to you guys as soon as this is done, and we're going to cut it. Well, we're back and we got our fudge all cooled. I popped it in the refrigerator. And now we're just going to go ahead and take it out of the pan. I'm going to just flip it over here on my cutting board. Take that aluminum foil off. And I'm going to run my knife under a little bit of hot water just to heat it up a little bit so our fudge will cut smoother. I already got my water hot here, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to heat my knife up a little bit. And then I'm just going to pat it dry. We're just going to go ahead and cut this into squares, standing in the way. Just cut it like this. I should have heated my knife up just a little bit more, but that's okay. And then we're going to cut it, just keep cutting it down, and we're going to cut it into some squares. Now this is a softer fudge than your traditional fudge. I'm just going to leave that like that. We'll turn our board around. And this knife that I'm using, it's pretty sharp, so ahead and make these a little bit of bigger squares over here. It doesn't have to be perfect, just cut up. Okay. Now let's grab a piece of this and I'll show you how perfect that is. That is a good, nice, thick piece of fudge. And if you want yours thinner, just use a bigger pan. Some people don't like thick candy like that, but we do. And I don't think I mentioned in the first part with the chocolate chips that I use, they are semi-sweet chocolate chips. But you can use just regular milk chocolate. And like I said, I use Nestle because that's the brand I like, and it is good chocolate, and it's not that expensive. But if you do have any questions, just let me know. I'll always reply to your messages and comments. And thanks again for watching. And it'd be greatly, greatly appreciated if you go ahead and hit the like button and that subscribe button. I got a lot more videos that I want to show y'all, and I don't want you to miss any of them. So again, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.